of our listeners on the new 975 FM Multicultural Radio, all of our viewers on Synergy TV, on the Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, a very, very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower, and answer those unanswered questions. I humbly invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb, get your pen, get your paper, get your phone, so you could take notes and you could take important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Akua George, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a terrific day today. It's a beautiful day. It's Tuesday, the 28th of February, 2023. Happy Tuesday. If you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours, that someone special. All right, let's quickly go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of ZMB Communications Limited, and it says, in the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Akua, this is so true. It's so real because it's life. In the middle of every difficulty in your life, if you look at it and analyze it, there is an opportunity for something better and greater. This is great. Thank you so much to our director this morning for that. And of course, it came to us with the kind compliments of ZMB Communications Limited. Let's say good morning and a very warm welcome going out to Mr. Chanka Ramtahal. He's no stranger. I get calls all in the night, in the morning, all of the time. I need to talk to Mr. Ramtahal. He's a social welfare advisor. He's been part of the system for many years. He's been part of this program and really transforming lives by helping people to, get those benefits that they so need when it comes to the social welfare department. Good morning and a warm welcome. Nice to have you again.
A very good morning to you, Zelisa, and as well to our viewing and listening public. A very good morning to you. May I wish you all a very safe day, and in these times with our crime rate and things, I implore you, please be safe in whatever you do, whether you're at home, secure your premises. When you go out, be very careful where you go, and whatever you do, be watchful, be careful. True. Please, because we are living in very dangerous times. It is no secret. It is, today is the end of February and we are almost over 100 murders in our small and beautiful country that was once it's called a paradise. So I implore you, please be careful in whatever you do.
And it's great advice, because you're correct. It's alarming and we're in trying times. And we cannot run from it or hide it or cover it or leave it on the back burner. What do we need to do is take personal responsibility.
That's
Be
right.
extra careful. Don't wear jewelry that could attract. A lot of us are constantly on our phone and we out and we leave it in the car, we run out to buy bread. Don't encourage things. You try to close your door home. Don't leave your front door open, rather open up your windows if you have your little burglar proof and things like that. But be extra careful, even the elderly who live alone, neighbors, throw a little extra eye if they live alone and their family not around them and things like that, and you are around. Neighbor, good morning, good afternoon, where are we? We've lost that, but at least check up on each other,
That's right. And we have to secure our place. We have to be really aware of what is happening around us. Secure our place. Don't leave your doors open again and do your work as the day goes along. No, secure your front gate, secure your burglar proofing gates, and and things like that. Because
a lot of you go to the bank, you come out with the bank because you'll go in for your little cash when you collect your pension. I mean, people looking at you, listen, just as how you have doctors and lawyers and engineers and teachers and directors and different people, they've got thieves that are trained. This is their job, this is their income, this is how they live. So you be extra cautious, all right?
On Sundays, Lisa, I went to see a cricket game.
Yeah.
And 2 vehicles belonging to players, which were parked around the thing, they were broken into. You know, so thieves have their strategies, they know how they operate, so we have to be vigilant and take care of our thing,
Listen,
you know.
a couple years ago, this is when my husband was alive, he took my daughter and I to Chuck E. Cheese, that vicinity there in the
Yes.
parking lot. My car was broken into. My
So,
car, they
yes.
smashed the glass. And when we asked for the footage, they said that they had no footage.
And similarly to those two vehicles that were broken into, the glass, the front glass was broken into, so that's
exactly
beside what they
happened.
lost. It would cost them, you know, additional expenses to repair those.
Well, it's the same with
damage.
me. It
Yes,
costs us,
yeah.
you know, yeah.
All right, so today my topic, Zelisa, is hardship faced by our social welfare applicants. It is no secret that a large percentage of our population is experiencing severe hardship to survive from day to day.
Look,
It is no secret.
let me tell you something first hand. People are living day to day. I have workers, I'm telling you, this was never the norm before, that come to me and say, look, X, Y, Z is the situation. Where you used to pay people monthly, you have to try to help by paying them weekly. or bi-weekly, or sometimes even daily,
Yeah.
because they're struggling. They have duties and responsibilities. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about young people that are very committed to their
Yes,
families,
yes, yeah.
that are taking care of their parents, that are taking care of their siblings. They've got the responsibility on their shoulders. So the truth is, people are struggling in this land. People are catching their tail, as you say, living day to day. Yeah?
Yeah,
And then there are people who squander money and playing the fool
Yes.
and playing the tail and don't care if tomorrow comes, what happens.
Yes.
They just don't care.
that is so true. That is so true. And you know, I was about to make the same point. And apparently our leaders, our politicians don't know of the hardships that our population faces. They don't know. Some people don't know what they're cooking the next day.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't know what is cooking the next meal. You know, and when you interact with the population, you encounter these situations.
Correct.
And they tell you that.
Yeah.
And that's why today I'm discussing the hardship faced by our social welfare applicants. All right? Recently, early last year, some new officers were brought on to replace the older ones, all right? And these officers were not properly trained, Zelisa. They were not properly oriented. They spent one day in-house and then sent onto the field to do day-to-day activities. If you do not have good supervisors at these various offices, these officers will be totally lost as to what they are about.
That's when you get
understand?
chaos and problems.
That's
Square
right.
pegs in wrong holes.
You understand? They were only oriented for one day and off to the field. I mean, that's not adequate enough. They should have spent a whole week in-house being oriented by and lectured to by senior officers and other personnel, so that they will have a fairer idea as to what they're about when they go out, but that wasn't done. And then another issue is the delay in receiving information from other agencies. For example, to reach a decision on old age pension, you would need information from the National Insurance Board. They too are not operating at full pace. They are not operating at full pace. They are taking much longer now to process claims for old age, their NIS benefits. So awaiting that information from NIB is also delaying these applicants and causing more hardship to them. The Immigration Department is another agency that is not prompt in their reply to the Social Welfare Department. And you know, Zelisa, you would remember I visited the Permanent Secretary
I remember.
about 2 years ago concerning the same issues.
There was some intervention
Exactly, and there was some improvement soon after. And again, I feel I need to go back to the Permanent Secretary and the Minister, if possible, and let them know what is happening, and if there's anything I could do to assist, I am willing to do that. I worked in that department for many, many years, from the lowest level to the highest level, and therefore I have the experience that I could come in and assist. And I would do that free of charge to assist our elderly population and our needy population, you know, so we need to do that. All right? Now the thing is, the difference with old age pension and public assistance application is, once you put in your application, you qualify to receive your grant from the next month. Okay? So that whether that takes 5 or 6 months to process, you would still get some arrears. The difference with public assistance, the public assistance grant is only made when the officer visits. And that must be attended to. Because if you put in an application based on a medical from a doctor that states you're sick for 1 year, if it takes 6 and 7 months to process that application, then you may only qualify for about 4 months on that medical, because 6 or 7 months would have expired already. So that's the difference, and that's the area we must pay more attention to, so that an applicant for public assistance can be assisted in a prompt way.
Right.
You know, so that their medical would not be expiring without you getting anything on it. So that we must attend to that area where we must attend more promptly to public assistance applications. Whereas in old age pension, whether once you put in an application, you qualify from the next month. Even if it takes 6 months or 1 year to be granted, you would get from the month after you applied.
Okay.
So that must be noted, and we must deal with it in a positive way.
Good. Well, this is the program Conversations with Zelisa, and if you may have any questions, any concerns, you can send me your WhatsApp messages to 3847142. That's 3847142. And of course, when we return after our first break, we're going to open up the telephone line and give you the opportunity to send your messages or call us at 3847142. But I'm asking you, before you call, remember to take the volume down on your television, on your radio, so that Mr. Ramtahal will be happy to address your concerns. Mr. Ramtahal, I know that you would have had that intervention. We would have seen a bit of relief.
Yes, we did.
What do we need to do? I always advocate, and I always tell our listeners and our viewers, go to your member of parliament. Let them advocate. Let them talk on your behalf. Let them know what you are going through, the hardships, what's happening. So they can have a drive, they can have a passion, they can be now motivated to go in there and advocate for better, for our elderly especially.
You see, Zelisa, we on the ground know the hardships our citizens are facing. You know, a lot of people who are in high position and they get in their salary, their hefty salary at the end of the month, they're not concerned, where the next penny is coming from. But there are thousands and thousands of our citizens who at this present time are facing severe hardship. And therefore, when you're in need, you need prompt attention, prompt assistance.
You can never be happy, you're disenchanted.
Right. You don't know what your next meal
is. So you have a country of citizens that are just disenchanted, unhappy, they have bad mood, and no wonder why you get bad treatment everywhere you go, and people not smiling, and people
crime,
not purchased,
and robberies,
that's
right, robberies, and
so,
things like that.
You can solve it, nip it in the bud. Let's go to these messages, and when we return, we'll open up the telephone line, as well as you can send your WhatsApp messages to 3847142. Stay with us.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chagonas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket. Visit Agri Savers Limited, number 19 Orange Grove Trace, St. Augustine, for all your agriculture, livestock, pet, agri-equipment, hydroponics, cannabis, fishing tackle supplies, and much more. Open Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Contact 473-6074, 663-1094. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
The Untold Truth every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
Sharma's Supermarket, quality goods and service at quality prices. Located number 90 New Colonial Road, Barrackpore. Telephone 654-3264. Sharma's Supermarket.
Welcome back to all of our listeners on the new U975 FM. To all of our viewers on Synergy TV and Caribbean Showtime Television in Canada, thanks again for choosing us, giving us the opportunity to inform, educate, empower, and to help you make better choices. All right? We will continue to help uplift you. So, of course, welcome back to the program, Mr. Ramtahal.
Thank you very much, Zelisa. And the department, it is no secret that the director of the social welfare department was sent on leave because of missing food cards at the head office. All right? So that, so that the delay in processing applications and so on, is taking too long. It is taking too long. And, people are experiencing severe hardships, and when you are in need, one day is a long time. I keep saying that. When you are in need, when you don't know what you're cooking for your next meal, when you're spending what you're buying tomorrow, it is frustrating for our citizens.
Only when you're in the hot water and you know what it is to open your cupboards and how you don't know what you're going to give your children to eat this evening when they come from school. It's only you know and understand that, Nobody else could come to terms with that.
So our applicants should not be waiting 5 and 6 months and in some cases a year to get their assistance. It is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. And you know what is frustrating? There's no hope in sight. Nothing is being done by the ministry. Nothing is said by any officials indicating that, well, things would improve very shortly and give our citizens some hope, to live by.
384-7142. 384-7142. Questions, concerns, comments, you're free to call in. Speak to Mr. Ramtahal one-on-one. He will advise you accordingly. Or you can send your WhatsApp messages to 384-7142. Thank you, Akua. Or you can call in. Just remember, when you call in, a gentle reminder, please take the volume down on your television or your radio and speak via the phone. Yeah? Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Ramtahal. Good morning, Zelisa.
Morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Mr. Ramtahal is not a doctor. Let me just clear that.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
Good.
I have, well, actually, it's the NIS question I have.
Yes.
I have a question. I have, well, actually, it's the NIS question I have. 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 Well, actually, it's the NIS question
Well, you know, we're not talking about NIS, we're talking about social welfare.
But, okay, yeah, the social welfare. Yeah.
What's your question, ma'am?
Okay, well, what happened? Last year, April, I developed a blood clot on my right leg, and I was rushed to Mount Hope. And eventually, they ended up amputating my both legs. I am 46 years old, and I have a 10-year-old daughter. I applied for NIS, I applied for social benefits. Well, I'm disabled with disability, and nothing. I have received nothing. Every time I call, they just put me off. And it's very hard because I'm totally disabled. I cannot do anything.
I know, darling.
I have to depend on other people to drop my daughter to school.
Yeah.
My husband works, but it's not, it cannot compensate for like medication, for groceries and stuff like that. So I would really like to know what can I do. I really need to get some social help or something.
Where are you calling me from, my friend?
I am from Cuba.
Cuba. I am personally going to call you after the show. And I'm going to try to get some help for you. Maybe get a hamper or something that we could help you out, right? That's the first thing.
Thank you very much.
The second thing, I'm going to personally ask Mr. Ramtahal to intervene. This is important, Mr. Ramtahal.
Yeah.
Please, let's see how you could help this lady get some kind of assistance. Please.
I will consider that a priority.
Thank you, sir. So, ma'am, I took your number. I've stored it. I will personally call you after the program, and we'll try to see how we could assist you, ZMB Communications. And Mr. Ramtahal gave his word. He's going to try to help and see how he could help with paperwork and getting some help immediately. Okay, dear?
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. You be good.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Okay, love. Take care. Bye. Mr. Ramtahal, you see?
Yes.
You understand what I keep saying?
Yes, and what I just said?
Yeah. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Ma'am, you're breaking up. We can't hear you clearly.
Okay, here. I listened to your doctor, and you said,
okay, I need to explain to this person you're breaking up badly, and I can't, the time is very limited. So what I will ask you to do is either call back on a proper line or send a WhatsApp message, and I will read it to Mr. Ramtahal. And it's easy, it's just 384-7142. Yeah. So there you go. Somebody's from abroad is saying, you know, life is, it's really hard in Trinidad. It's hard to see and listen to what's happening. Good morning and welcome.
Yes, but it's not a problem. Everybody comes to the anyway, you said
are you understanding? Ma'am, again,
you're still breaking up.
With all due respect, you're breaking up, all right? So we're not hearing you clearly. Good morning to this person who's sending messages, right? 384-7142, a gentle reminder. When you call, please take the volume down on your television or your radio, then call. And if you're sounding muffled, I can't have you on air. That's wasting airtime and taking away somebody else's opportunity. Exact. I am 65 years last September, and I get widow benefit $1,200, and that pay a loan. I am home not working. When I get through with my pension, they are going to stop my widow's benefit. Hope not cause that money pays a hope because that money pays a loan. Thanks for my daughter. She helps me. So I'm trying to read a little broken English here. Mr. Ramtahal, what do you say to this person?
That is not true.
Okay, so could you explain the situation so this person will have a greater understanding?
If she's getting a pension because it's a widow's
grant. Well, apparently she's getting a widow's benefit for $1,200.
That's right. That is different from old age pension. That doesn't impact on the old age pension directly.
Right. So then she can still get her old age pension.
She can still get her old age
So
pension.
don't be confused to this person who sent this message. You can still get your old age.
So that is-
Welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
morning.
Yes, you said that people are looking.
Okay. To this person, it's the same problem,
Person.
and I'm asking you kindly to WhatsApp because I can't be taking your call and then we can't hear you. And I'm not going to be repeating myself. This is the program Conversations with Zelisa. You can send a WhatsApp message to 3847142. Call us at 3847142. Please take the volume down on your radio and your television before you call. Mr. Ramtahal?
Yes. That person with the grant, it would not impact on her pension. All right?
Good.
So,
Hello?
yeah.
Yes, hello? Yes?
I hope I'm not backing up anymore. Anyway, you see, I'm not hearing what you're saying on the TV because the TV has lowered it right down, so I'm not hearing you.
What is your question, ma'am?
No, you said that people can go to their representative and get help if they are not getting their pension in time or their whatever in time. But that doesn't happen like that in Trinidad, you know. You have to be politically involved in the ruling Tea Party to get help.
Okay. Okay, let me first say what I said. I'm going to say it. What I'm saying is that you've got your member of parliament. If you go to your member of parliament and perhaps explain to them what is happening to you, the troubles that you're facing when it goes, they can then, if a number of people go, then it's stronger for them. It will motivate them then to say, let me go to parliament and advocate and try to get help for my people. That's what I said, ma'am.
Okay, see that. But 6 of one, half a dozen. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It boils down to the same thing. Once they know that you are not a member of their government, they may even go in and make an appointment for you to see a representative.
And you see, that is sad. It's very unfortunate. Now, I understand what you're saying. I've heard that before. And I respect what you're saying because many people would have said, Mr. Ramtahal, many people would have said that to me, you know, if I'm not supporting the party, I'm not getting no food card, I'm not getting no this, I'm not getting no that. I've heard it before, but I have to speculate because it haven't happened. You know, you understand. But if it's happening, it is wrong and it should not happen. And I agree with you, my friend. All right?
Yeah. Okay, but,
darling. 3847142 questions, concerns, comments. Okay. Well, I just want to know, okay, to this person with the widow's benefit, we just said, Mr. Ramtahal, could you repeat, please?
That would not impact negatively on our old age pension grant.
Okay, great. So it means you could get the two.
Yes. And Zal, I must tell you, I was a supervisor from senior officer for many, many years in that department, and politics never impacted on me in my decision making.
Okay, but let's be honest here.
Yes, I know there are instances. Yes, I heard that. I heard that.
Say if you support the party, that's when you get help, and if you don't, you don't. Crap will smoke your pipe. We've heard it, and it's unfair and it's wrong.
Yes, negative information came to me on certain the officers I supervise, and I would call them in and speak to them man to man, or adult to adult. This is not the case.
Right.
We are here to assist citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, regardless of race, regardless of whatever. They must be treated fairly as human beings. I always advocated that.
This is the program Conversations with Zelisa, in conversation today with Mr. Chanka Ramtahal, who is a social welfare advisor. We're going to go to another break. When we return, we continue our conversation. Please feel free to call, a gentle reminder, or you can send your WhatsApp messages, a gentle reminder. Take the volume down on your television and your radio before you call. Thank you. Let's go to these messages.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness. They provide checkups for adults and kids, home visits, personalized health and diet plans, blood tests, and so much more.
Visit them today at number 163 Rochard Douglas Road, Barrackpore. Call and make an appointment today, 720-4635.
Sanctuary for Holistic Health and Wellness, caring for the community.
Welcome to the Antediluvian Nature Center of Life Extension and Health Recovery. Coming from the Garden of Eden, the Antediluvian Nature Center brings to you breakthrough medicines and anti-aging technologies for all ailments and diseases in the body, nutritional therapies, naturopathic treatments, as we create opportunities of hope and celebrate longevity. And remember, the healing is from God.
This is Full 100, an all-natural herbal dietary supplement formulated exclusively for men. Our proprietary blend was designed with one goal in mind: to improve your overall health, rejuvenating your vitality, energy, strength, and libido. Want to be at your peak performance in everything you do? Then get Full 100. Fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Oh my God.
The Elegant Accent Store for all your gold and platinum plated jewelry, necklaces, bangles, anklets, earrings, wedding sets, watches, and gift items, located at number 339 Eastern Main Road, El Dorado, 6 buildings east of the Cora Junction on the left. Telephone number 719-3894.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Mr. Chanka Ramtahal, who is a social welfare advisor. He's been part of the system for many, many years. He's a walking institution when it comes to knowledge and the know-how of how things work at the social welfare department. So welcome back, sir, to all of our listeners, all of our viewers. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please feel free to call 3847-142. That's 3847-142. Please, when you call, I'm asking you kindly take the volume down on your radio and your television, then call, or you can send me a WhatsApp message and I will read it. I'll have to edit while I'm reading, but I will read it to you the best way. Sir?
Yes. Yeah, Zelisa, people like you and me and others who interact with our citizens can understand the hardship, the severe hardship that our citizens are facing. Because, you know, people don't know where the next meal is coming from. They don't know where their next salary is coming from, you know. You know, and to live without hope is a very, you know, desperate thing, you know. And our agencies are not reacting in a timely manner. They're not.
No,
you're waiting 6 months. As I raised earlier, if you get a medical from a doctor for 1 year, all right, so that you can receive some public assistance, and it takes 6 months to be processed, then you have already lost 6 months payment.
That's it. That's,
you know, and that is sad. That is, you know, that how
it's sad.
It's
and
sad.
Some people
it is.
say they're waiting a year
and year and more.
So
you know,
how
that
they
is sad.
surviving, how they paying their bills, how they, gosh, boy. Well, let me say a very good morning to Mr. Colin in Faizabad. Thank you for your kind words, very uplifting. And we are here to inform, educate, and empower. That's what this program has been designed to do. And so that's what we're going to continue to do, and we're happy to know that we could transform lives by at least empowering people to know the know-how of what they could do, or at least we hear the voices of the people.
That's right.
We hear the concerns. They have the opportunity to express what is happening to them.
That's right.
You know, so perhaps the authorities could please step up in their game and try to help these people.
And if a caller identifies a certain situation, there might be other citizens who are experiencing similar, you know, circumstances, and that can be benefit from what the information that is shared on the program.
So true, and we will appreciate that as well. You know, time after time we would have had people who call in and say they've got help.
That's right.
And they are grateful, and we are happy that we could highlight that as well. Because just as you have bad, you have good. And you have to acknowledge and say thank you for the good as well. So, you know, we're not just here about bashing, but rather educating and uplifting so that the system could be better.
Yes, exactly.
You know, Mr. Ramtahal?
Yes. But I want to urge the authorities, you know, like the minister or the permanent secretary to implement some measure that with the other agencies, that their response to social welfare will be more prompt and so that our citizens can be assisted in a more timely manner.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, sir.
To Mr. Ramtahal.
Good morning, sir.
I would like an explanation. I heard it mentioned some time ago about certain bans that affect receipts from both NIS and senior citizen pension. Could you explain that for us, please?
Right. To qualify for old age pension, your income must not exceed $5,500 per month. Whether it is from national insurance, whether it is from your former employer or any other sources, your income must not exceed $5,500 per month. All right? There are 4 bands of old age pension. Amounts of $3,500 per month, $2,500 per month, $1,500 per month, and you even have a payment of $500 per month depending on your other income. Okay, sir?
All right, thanks a lot.
You have a nice day.
Have a good day.
I hope that helps the lady who is in fear of not getting her old age pension because she's in receipt of pension.
Yeah, the 1,200.
Yes.
Yeah, understood.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. You know, my heart is troubled there, and I'm still very concerned about that lady who had her legs.
Yes, well, I would.
Why? Why should a citizen of this country in such a situation need to call a television or radio program to get help? Why this lady? This is priority. Her both legs are, she's 46, I believe, if my memory serves me right. She has a 10-year-old child that's going to school. Her husband is working. Understand her situation. She definitely can. In her situation, why? Why should our citizens have to be going through this? Why in this day and age?
And I will tell you why, Zelisa. In every sphere of work, there are misfits. There are misfits who are police, there are misfits who are lawyers, there are misfits in every sphere. And to be a social worker, you have to, is a special person. A social worker is a special person, is a caring person, is an understanding person, a person who is willing to help. And don't feel that the money is coming out from your pocket, you know. Some of them feel that the money is coming out from their pocket.
Point taken.
So that I tell you, I have had every experience in social welfare.
And they treat people less than who they are. Like as if, you're correct, like if it's coming out of their pocket and they have to give it, when it comes from the authorities, it comes from the government.
Even when they come into the office, they find it hard to say, good morning, ma'am, or good morning, sir, how are you, have a seat, please. Be courteous, be nice to people. You're paid to do that. And a lot of them do like the money is coming out from their pocket.
You know,
I am not saying give who don't deserve, but
know,
those who deserve should get it promptly.
So it's not even a fact that, yes, you're being paid. You shouldn't have to be told you're paid.
Exactly.
It should come naturally for you to say good morning, good afternoon, good day. Get up and give somebody a seat or help somebody, because most of these people are in a situation where it's really very bad.
Exactly.
You don't even know. You don't even know if they had something to eat that morning.
Right.
You don't even know where they're getting the money to pay the person who have to bring them. You don't even know if they have no electricity in the house, because they or no water, because they had no money to pay their bills. You do not know.
Zal, at 27 I became a supervisor, and I never supervised from my office. I would walk the floor. If there are 4 or 5 people in a line waiting to see someone, I would ask, ma'am or sir, what can I do for you? What are you here for? Sometimes it's just to collect a claim form. Why should you wait 15 and 20 minutes just to get a form? I don't like to wait on people, and I don't like people to wait on me. And because of that, I used to do that. I used to walk, supervise. I used to walk the floor.
Get this lady out my mind.
Yes, I know.
How she even going to the authorities to get help? She has to be. Think about her situation, man. Oh gosh. Mr. Ramtahal, we really have to help this lady.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I make that commitment. I will.
Good morning. I would like to find out this. My daughter-in-law went for help. She has 2 kids. She's doing a sewing job which is not paying much. She has a son, he is 3, which is my grandson. My son is missing almost 9 months now. She went in for help and they say they can't get help. I would like some answers, please. Her daughter is 10 and going to school. So this person has a 3-year-old child and a 10-year-old child.
Whose father is missing.
The husband is missing for 9 months. Lord Father, put a hand.
And if we cannot, exactly. If we cannot help a case like that, if the supervisor cannot intervene and make sure that that family is assisted, because psychologically they can't function, because they don't know where their father is or their husband or the husband is. You understand?
And then we know what is the sad part. There are people who rigging the system, robbing the system,
living away and collecting pension in Trinidad.
And you have people in Trinidad who going through these hard times. Tell me if that's right. This is so wrong. So wrong. Mr. Ramtahal, what is your contact?
753-5264.
For those of you who need some advice, who need some guidance, who are having, problems when it comes to maybe filling out your forms and you don't know what, because sometimes it's a simple thing as filling out forms. You don't even have somebody to help you fill out a form. Feel free to call Mr. Ramtahal at 753-5264. He does this with the kindness of his heart, so we are full of gratitude. Just be a little respectful of the time that you call, or perhaps send him a WhatsApp, 753-5264. And I am certain he will be more than happy to guide you. I know that there are people who called me many times to say, thank you, Zelisa. Mr. Ramtahal was very helpful. There are people who, couldn't say thanks enough. They're so elated and happy that they could get their little pension to pay their bills, to buy their food, to get their medication, little things like that. There are people in this country who minor not just their children but their grandchildren as well with pension money, right? Because of the hardships that they are facing. And it's only when you're in it then you can understand. Some people may say they put themselves, who are we to judge? Who are we to point fingers?
And Zelisa, I have difficulty in understanding what some of these ministers do. Don't they know what is happening in their ministry? Don't they get complaints? Don't they intervene with the director or the senior people in the ministry as to how can we improve what is happening out there, because the people are not satisfied with what is happening? Besides their combing their hair in different styles at every meeting and their wigs and their outfit and things like that, forget that and get involved in what you're paid to do.
And eating at the best restaurant.
Exactly.
Have a heart, man. We've got to wrap things up. Today we're wrapping up a little early because we're going to be in conversation with Indra. She's the director of a foundation where this lady I was telling you, she goes out of her comfort zone to help. And she's having a charitable event. We're going to be talking to her. So it takes citizens like these. This is a perfect example of people who have non-profit organization from the goodness of their heart to want to give back to help. It takes citizens like her and myself and yourself and other people with NGOs who genuinely just want to give because they understand the hardship of the people in our land. Mr. Ramtahal, I want to thank you kindly. We look forward to you joining us next week. Thank you for giving up a little time today so we could accommodate Indra. God bless you and we'll see you. Thanks for all the information. Again, Mr. Ramtahal's contact 753-5264. That's 753-5264. Be respectful of the time that you call, please. Let's go to these messages. When we return, we'll be in conversation with Indra Castillo. Stay with us.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Chagonas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trinity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Wally's Wheel Alignment Center. We specialize in suspension work, alignment, balancing, tow, camber, and much more. Located Guayco, Tamana Road, Guayco. Telephone 701-2200.
The Untold Truth every Friday at 6 p.m. The journey has just begun with Master Eric. Zelisa. A new kind of podcast getting to the root of hidden knowledge. You can join us on Facebook, Conversations with Zelisa, TT, and YouTube, Master Eric. Your journey has just begun.
The Elegant Accent Store for all your gold and platinum plated jewelry, necklaces, bangles, anklets, earrings, wedding sets, watches, and gift items, located at number 339 Eastern Main Road, El Dorado, 6 buildings east of the Cora Junction on the left. Telephone number 719-3894.
Agni Puja and Gift Shop, home to an extensive array of fine jewelry, books, authentic saris and all your puja needs. Telephone 669-5058, located at Caroni North Bank Road, St. Helena.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. Let's say good morning and a very warm welcome going out to the lady I do admire. She's a dear friend of mine. Let me tell you something, I don't have much friends. I have lots of acquaintances, lots and lots, but very few friends. And Indra is not someone I call my friend. We call each other sisters, you know. So nice to have you with me, Indra. Good morning and a warm welcome.
Good morning to you and good morning to your listening and viewing audience.
Great. Indra Castillo is the director of a foundation, Touching a Life Foundation for kids. She is a dialysis technician, a massage therapist, and today she's talking about her foundation, a non-profit foundation, Touching a Life Foundation for kids. Yes, it's registered, and she's been doing dynamic work. She's a lady that I do admire. She gives of her time, her life. Sometimes I even say, Indra, I think you're doing a little too much. Take it easy and relax and get some rest. She'd send me pictures sometimes on a Sunday with a whole oven of bread, and she's just going to distribute bread or food. So there are things that we do have in common that I do admire, and I respect what you do. And you are having a charitable, another event. And just as you would have seen or heard the program before of people are struggling, you know firsthand, especially you go to a lot of elderly people home to give of yourself and give of your time. You help bath them, clean them. I see you sending pictures, you're combing their hair, they're cleaning their nails. I mean, they have family members that don't do it and you do it. God bless you. And you're having another event. Now, you've had many events before in order to get money, charitable events, so that you could help. Let's talk about some of the projects that you've worked on before. And I know that my director, he has some photos. So while we're talking, you could put up the photos. Yeah.
Zelisa, we have been working for the past 17 years in social services.
Right.
We are a registered non-profit organization. Really and truly, and to be honest, a lot of the resources comes from me and from sometimes my family members and some friends.
Right.
And this is why we thought that if we want to do much more meaningful outreach programs, especially in the communities that we have actually seen the status and the situation, we thought that this is only fair that we can do it in a better way and be able to give a more, a more substantial amount of assistance. Now, like for example, the flooding situations that we have been having annually, we have been out there giving out hampers, hot meals, cleaning products, go back for Christmas, give the children toys. We have been doing a tremendous amount of work. Now the thing is this, we recently thought about the situation with the bullying in schools and also the situation with children being abused or being targeted because of the schools and where they are going to school. So we started this workshop with cyberbullying. And it was a tremendous success. And these schools that we targeted was 6 in San Fernando West. And also our outreach took about 2,600 plus children. So we have had a series of very good workshops, very good outreach programs. So it's not only just giving, but we're also looking at other means of giving out ourselves to helping situations that are not being taken care of by the authorities in this country.
I remember once when you brought in some Americans, was it?
Yes.
Yes, I remember
5
that.
people from the Dade County in Miami.
Exactly, and you had a whole project on that same bullying and you went into
Human
the
trafficking.
schools. Yeah, human trafficking. You went into the schools to educate. And I thought that was brilliant. It was awesome. It was a great initiative. What is this charitable? You're having a function, because our time is quite limited. Let's talk about what you're having, when you're having it, and how we could help.
Okay, so I am having a annual, normally it's an annual charity event to fundraise. But for the pandemic and everything, we have not been able to do anything for over 3 years or plus.
So this
we are
is your
having a
first
charity
event
dinner.
since. Okay, great.
So we're having a charity event and a cultural evening at the Diwali Nagar.
So it's a dinner,
a banquet,
and a banquet,
yes.
and great. Thank you so much, Akua. And it's also a banquet, and it's a cultural evening of dance and entertainment. So it's nice. It's going to be a lovely evening of spending quality time with your loved ones.
Yes.
It's going to be a nice banquet, and the food, I know it's being supplied by Red Chili. Rawat is an extremely good cook. He has his restaurant, Red Chili, and if you would have had meals there, you'd know how delicious his meals are. So
he's such a kind heart.
He's a darling. And so you're going to have a dinner and concert at the Diwali Nagar. When you're having it?
This is on the 25th of March at 5:30 p.m. And what the initiative is to sponsor a child.
Okay.
Now we want, because there are so many children in need.
What is the cost? What is the cost?
$300.
So it's $300. That will give you an evening of entertainment, a banquet, dinner, and with that $300, and you have giveaways as well. With that, you are sponsoring a child. Now, when you say sponsor a child, what that money goes to? You tell us.
What we do, or for example, this workshop that we are planning for later on in the year, it is to target the young children that are being bullied, and they are being targeted because of the schools, some of them, because they're in prestigious schools, they are actually being bullied and targeted. Oh Lord. So what we are trying to do is to see how best we can reach out also to the orphan children, also to the flood victims, also to various other causes. We have natural causes too, that people like fire victims, they have been asking us to please try to see if they can help us, help out. Because we have a situation here where the person got their whole house burnt down, completely burnt down. So what did we do? We went out, we reached out to give in the children in the family clothes, food, bed, mattresses, linens and that kind of thing. So it's not only to one particular incident. We give to the orphan children in a very large way. This is our primary objective. But then do not forget that there are street children who are really suffering on the streets. How many people are paying attention to that? Family members, as we just rightly heard, that mother is in a wheelchair with both legs amputated, who is taking care of the children and their needs.
And how much family could give? The truth is how much families themselves are struggling and they're trying to, you know.
Exactly.
But how much can they really give? How much then? Listen, I am a single parent with one child. I'm gainfully employed. And I often question and wonder how families are really making it with 3 and 4 children, even in their lunch kits, a daily, the extracurricular activities. There are people who simply cannot afford it. It's difficult. And then jobs are hard to find because people might say, well, then the mother needs to go out and get a job, or the father needs. There are people already doing 2 and 3 jobs to struggle.
Do we understand, Zelisa, that there are so many children who are going to school without a meal? How many children are also on the street right now and not getting a meal? How many kids are on the street trying to make an income to take home a little change for their mom and dad, or probably their mother, single mother, trying to get their mother to have a meal on the table? We don't understand the ramification of what we are actually living in this time in Trinidad. Move into communities and you will see things that are going to be very mind-boggling, right? And this is what I do. I don't just sit and, you know, wait for something to happen. I reach out into communities, and once I hear of situation, or sometimes I don't even have to hear, just going into the community and sitting among the people and observing what is happening, I am able to tell big stories out of that situation. And, you know, like recently, one young lady asked me, can you give me some clothes for my child? And, you know, I need some money to put up a toilet.
Oh yeah, I saw that firsthand over the, Georgie, you remember my director and I and others from our station, we went out. We know what it was like in the flooding, and that's where we saw firsthand that people in cities, I'm not talking about in remote areas, you know. Georgie, you remember that? I'm not talking about people who live in behind Bufu, Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? Squatting. Yes. I'm talking about people who live in communities among people, and they were living how they're living in still galvanized homes, and they were having their bathrooms and toilets were outside. People are still living like that in this country. We saw it firsthand up to Christmas.
People are using buckets.
Yeah.
It's not even outdoor facilities. They're using buckets. And you have a young little girl using a bucket. For crying out loud, Trinidad and Tobago needs to be awakened, and we need to be a little more. I know we all are experiencing financial challenges. Some of us don't even have, but we are still taking what little we have, and we are sharing out there with the public.
Indra, before we wrap things up, it's happening at the 25th of March. 5:30 p.m. Diwali Nagar. It's an evening of cultural events, dancing, singing, and dinner. I will tell you that it's all vegetarian because it's at the Mahatma Gandhi. It's $300. What is your telephone number so people can contact you to get tickets? Where can they get tickets?
785-7773. 785-7773.
Okay, where can they get tickets?
They can get tickets at Oma Puja Shop in San Fernando on Mokrapo Street. They can also call me and I can get the tickets.
So the number for Indra, Touching a Life Foundation for Kids, if you want to get tickets to this wonderful event, it's a charitable event. If you can afford it, I ask you to please help, because you're going to be helping the children of our land. You are going to be helping the children of our land who are going to be our future leaders tomorrow. They're going to be the adults. They're going to be the leaders. So when you help them, you help us. We help each other.
Have a better society.
785773785. 7773. That's the number to get Indra. Write it down, store it on your phone. If you want to assist, you want to get tickets, feel free to give her a call. This is where we've got to wrap things up. I thank you kindly for choosing us. I want to remind you to be kind, be courteous, be giving, and with God, all things are possible. Do continue to stay with us. Great programming on the new U975 FM Multicultural Radio. And the number again to get Indra, 785-7773 for tickets or inquiries on how you can help. All right? Here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. I am Zelisa Budhu Singh Rupani. Thank you so much for choosing us.